So we've got three very interesting speakers and three very interesting topics to talk to you about today. Before we get on to that, okay, Hossam, why don't you move the slides forward for me? Okay, we're going backwards now. Okay, go back. Right, now go forward. Thanks. We practiced this for 3 hours last night. Still doesn't work. Okay, some of you may know who Ethos are, some of you may not. This is our 14th annual award ceremony, and we've just completed our 15th year here in the UAE. One of the things that we've tried to be over the years is be extremely innovative. We've brought a number of innovative solutions to the market, and a number of those innovative solutions are now sold around the world. One of those solutions we're launching very, very shortly. It's called the International Customer Experience Standard, and the British Standards Institution, who are the world's largest certification accreditation body, will be selling the product globally, but under the brand name of the Service Excellence Kite Mark. And that will happen very soon. There'll be an announcement in London in a few weeks' time regarding that. So for us, we see this as another step forward in helping our clients demonstrate their abilities in customer experience. The awards today are the Customer Experience Awards, and it's important that we stay at the forefront of helping our clients measure customer experience. I was very pleased recently, the UAE federal government released a list of organizations that had achieved 5-star in the 7-star global rating system. I was very pleased when I realized that 60% of those who'd received 5-star rating from the government were helped by my consultancy team. So my consultancy team have done a fantastic job in helping organizations implement the 7-star model. And to support that, we've also recently released a new product called Excellence Track that enables organizations to go through the 7-star process with much ease. So those are things that are happening this year. However, this is the main thing I'd like to speak to you about. We all know that we're all employed or we're employers in business, and we all know or we have a gut feel that tells us that happy employees helps us generate happy customers, and if we're a private entity, helps us make more money. Anybody disagree with that? Good, you don't have a chance to answer. So, in my humble opinion, having done this job for about 30 years now, I started when I was 5. Okay, so having done this job for quite a while, I am a fundamental believer that happy employees is a major foundation in every single organization. Without happy employees, we don't have an organization, and we certainly don't deliver the experience our customers expect. When I wrote the book on customer happiness, it was clear to me that the delivery of customer happiness comes from happy employees. And I started looking at what we were doing as an organization and what the country was doing. And as you know, several years ago, the rulers said that they wanted the UAE to be the happiest country in the world. And each year there's a World Happiness Report that gives a league table to that effect. And I looked at what the government was doing and thought, why doesn't somebody do something for the private sector? The private sector makes up a huge proportion of the employees in the country. Everyone in this room that's an expat, we're here on visitation rights. We're here to work for organizations that are contributing to the wealth and the happiness of the country. So I decided to do something about it. And I decided to create an initiative called the Employee Happiness Pledge. And what it is basically, I want, starting from today, to encourage organizations in the private sector, even in the government sector, to actually take the pledge. Make a pledge to make your workplace a happy place for employees to work. And I will guarantee you that will have an impact on the happiness of your customers. And if we get enough people taking the pledge and enough people involved in making their workplace a happier place, the country will begin to notice that quite clearly. So it's about taking the pledge. And when I started putting this together, I realized that rather than just asking people to take a pledge, how can I support them in some way, shape, or form? So we've put together this portal, employeehappiness.com. And on the portal, there's a number of added value items that we've put in. One of the things that was, for me, we wanted to get like-minded organizations to become foundation partners with us. And the first foundation partner is the FASA group, who have 30-plus companies in the group. They're an organization that have taken the pledge because the FASA people firmly believe in employee happiness and firmly believe that that is a foundation for delivering customer happiness. So FASA are our first strategic foundation partner. I'd like to welcome them today. And later on this morning, myself and the CEO of FASA are going to be signing the Happiness Pledge wall to commit our happiness. I'd like you guys to join in signing that as well. We're also looking for other foundation partners, which I'll mention later. So what do you get if you take the pledge? Well, you get a nice certificate and you get a nice wall chart for your staff to sign, but also you're joining a movement to make the country the happiest country in the world. So I believe that we can all contribute to that, not just the government. I think the government needs some help from the private sector. And I think the private sector can contribute by taking the pledge, join the movement, but also get access to some lots of resources and reports and studies and white papers, get free access to a software tool we've developed called Happy Track that allows you to measure the happiness of your employees by department, by individual, and so on. We're also launching an ideas platform so people can forward their ideas and contribute to best practices. And also, we've developed some rewards and recognitions to go with that. So the first thing we're providing is Happy Track. Happy Track is a software tool we've developed here in the UAE. It's a major part of the Ethos portfolio of products. It's very easy to use, and we're giving every single company that signs up to take the pledge, we're giving them free use of the software for as long as they remain a pledge taker. Okay? It's very, very easy to use, easy to set up, and when we started using it in Ethos a year ago, it told me so much more about my company that I realized by just talking to people every day. It gave people the opportunity to anonymously tell us what they thought. So that comes free. We've already started to put together a lot of resources on well-being, on learning, and many case studies, and we'll be adding to that. We'll also be looking for vendors who have got particular services that may be of value to you. We'll add them as well. We've included a little bit about why people leave organizations. It's actually in the book. And what we found over the years with the research that we've done is that there are 6 main reasons why people leave organizations. And we've got a lot of information on the website for that also. We're just a couple of days too early with this, but basically what we are putting on the portal is an ideas platform. We want to encourage people, we want to encourage employees, we want to encourage people within the country to submit their ideas on how workplaces could be made happier for employees. We want to build the richest database of employee happiness ideas in the world. And on the back of that, what we're going to be doing is rewarding those people. And who'll decide whose are the best ideas? The members will. The members will decide which ideas are the best, the most practical, and so on. And the people who have submitted the ideas, both themselves and their companies, will be rewarded for their idea. And we want to build up a huge database of employee happiness ideas to share with all of the members. So everybody benefits from that. Now, to cap it all, once a year, we're going to run an event called the Happies. It's a bit like the Emmys and the Grammys and other Oscar-like events. We want to run the Happies as an annual event to replace this event and make it a huge event where we reward people and we reward organizations for their performance in relation to customer experience and to employee experience. So the annual awards program will also be supported by other events throughout the year that we'll be running, supported by our partners and supported by our members. All of this, and a hell of a lot more, is actually free. Why is it free? Well, I've lived here for a long time, and I think that every expat who's got to do what I do has got an opportunity of giving something back to the country. So this is totally free. No members will ever be charged a single dirham for anything. I think this is an important initiative. I think that it will add value to companies, it'll add value to the country, and I think as an expat, we owe the country something for letting us build our businesses here. So that's why the initiative's been created, and that's why the initiative is free. So the last thing I'd like you to do, I'd like you to sign the wall today, like I will and my colleague from FASA. But also if your organization feels like you would like to be one of our strategic partners, someone that would add value to what we're trying to achieve, then my email address is on the screen, and you can contact me either today or at any time. That's enough for me for today. I'd just like to say one final thing before I leave. This event is a contribution from everybody in my team. Every single person has contributed to the way Ethos works, to this event, supporting the clients throughout every single day of every single year. So I'd like to end my stint by saying thank you very much to all of them. Thanks, guys.